moms. Thanks so much for joining us on our last video about Mom Talk. We were thrilled to introduce this new program to you. And now I'd like to share a little bit more about it and our programming. So Mom Talk is designed to help mothers recognize and radiate their true dignity, and then to help their daughters recognize and radiate theirs. You are a great mom, and we're empowering you to be your best. So how are we going to do that? In 3 practical ways. So number 1, expert interviews. Number 2, a facts database. And number 3, through mom pods. So I want to tell you a little bit more about the facts database. So for the past few years, Girl Talk has been giving presentations, coffeehouse presentations to middle schools and high schools. And we've been talking and listening to all the girls, these young women, with their real concerns and their real questions. And so they've asked us these questions over the years anonymously through these cute little pieces of paper, and they write down any question they have on body image, friendship, self-worth, dating, you name it. They're asking us these raw and real questions that really matter to them. So I mentioned a few of the questions in the last video, and I'd like to talk about one in particular tonight. So the girls had asked us, what do I do if I think I'm ugly? Or what do I do, how do I deal with a fake friend? Or what if I'm too scared to raise my hand in class? Okay, let's look at the question of what do I do if I think I'm ugly? How would we respond to that? Well, if we're talking to these girls, first we would share a response or a story. And we'd say, hey lady, I hear you, I get it. I remember when I was in 6th grade and I was playing soccer and I noticed, my legs weren't as skinny as the other girls on my team, and why weren't my shin guards and socks coming up all the way, and just feeling like, am I good enough to play on this team? Am I too fat? Am I ugly? I know that feeling, lady. And we would share that story at a level that fits their life and their space and time, so that they can feel like, I'm not alone. They know that someone else has gone through something similar. Even if it's not their exact story, their exact situation, they can feel like they have support, that they're not alone. So we might share a story, and then we share some encouragement and affirmation, right? Authentic affirmation to say, you're okay. We've got you. You're fine. You know, we're all going to have those days where we do feel a little ugly, or we might feel like we're not as pretty as so-and-so, or there might be something wrong with me, but we also have those days where we're going to feel on top of the world and we're going to feel beautiful and pretty. But the most important thing to remember, lady, is this, that you are beautiful no matter what. You always have this beauty. You always have this dignity. And even if we have a bad hair day, or we feel like our legs aren't as skinny as the other girls, or maybe we don't like the way our face looks that day, you know, our dignity is always there. So we want you to remember that you have this worth no matter what. And then we share some follow-up questions to ask, right? As a mom, as an older sister, as someone really helping these young girls to grow into the beautiful, wonderful women that they are, we might share some open-ended questions to say, you know, what does being ugly mean to you? Or what do you mean by ugly? Or when do you feel this way? Are there certain times when you do feel more this way? Or what does beauty mean to you? What does it mean to feel beautiful? What does it mean to be beautiful? And really just get them talking and get their juices flowing so that they can self-reflect and really learn for themselves what these definitions mean, and let them talk it out so they understand, well, okay, maybe I'm not so ugly, and maybe that's not really who I am. I'm not defined by that. And just to open up a really freeing conversation where the girls can share with you and have this authentic dialogue. So this is part of what we're doing with the facts database. As part of Mom Talk, we have all these questions that we've gotten from the girls. So we'll be sharing 8 topics of questions, including body image, including friendship, including dating, self-worth, and have those questions from the girls that are unfiltered, real and raw, and we give our Girl Talk responses, and we'll share stories. We'll share different responses and encouragement, and we'll share suggested questions to ask. How can I get my daughter to open up? How can I help her to self-reflect? That's pulling together all of our years of experience and great perspectives as young women who are not so far from these shoes, and from the moms as part of our team who have raised their daughters and have been at the ground level of these conversations. So that's what we'd like to share in the facts database. With the expert interviews, we're bringing in the experts on these topics from out when maybe we don't know all the answers, and we're going to interview them. So we'll have 8 weeks of interviews with experts on dignity, on shame, on happiness, social media, and those questions from the database will correspond with the topics that we give in the expert interviews. And then last but not least, we'll have mom pods where every week moms can get together and share with other moms in their shoes about situations going on with their daughters. Maybe my daughter just got braces, or she just started playing soccer, or she's feeling really lonely because of COVID and she doesn't get to see her friends as much. And how are you dealing with that as a mom? Is your daughter going through that? Is she feeling nervous? Is she feeling scared? And kind of walking that journey with other moms. It's going to be a really beautiful thing. So next video, I'd love to introduce some of these moms to you that will be leading the mom pods. And we're really looking forward to that. I'd love to hear your questions again. Feel free to leave comments or questions on this YouTube video. And we hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much.